Title: The Wedding Banquet Without the Wedding Garment. Matthew 22. Jesus spoke to them again in parables, saying, "The kingdom of heaven is like a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. He sent his servants to those who had been invited to the banquet to tell them to come, but they refused to come. Then he sent some more servants and said, 'Tell those who have been invited that I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and fattened cattle have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet.' But they paid no attention and went off, one to his field, another to his business. The rest seized his servants, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his army and destroyed those murderers and burned their city. Then he said to his servants, 'The wedding banquet is ready, but those I invited did not deserve to come. So go to the street corners and invite to the banquet anyone you find.' So the servants went out into the streets and gathered all the people they could find, both good and bad, and the wedding hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to see the guests, he noticed a man there who was not wearing wedding clothes. He asked, 'Friend, how did you get in here without wedding clothes?' The man was speechless. Then the king told the attendants, 'Tie him hand and foot and throw him outside into the darkness where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are invited, but few are chosen.'" Explanation of the parable. The king represents God the Father, the Son is Jesus Christ, and the wedding banquet symbolizes the celebration of salvation for God's people. God shows through this parable that he has invited all people into the banquet of salvation through his Son. 1. The first invited guests. The first invited guests symbolize the Jewish leaders and Pharisees, who rejected God's prophets and even killed Jesus himself. Their refusal shows Israel's disobedience. 2. The guests from the streets. When the original invitees proved unworthy, the king told his servants to invite anyone they found, both good and bad. This reveals that the gospel is open to Gentiles and to all sinners. God's grace is offered to everyone, and only those who respond in faith may enter. 3. The wedding garment. The wedding garment is not just clothing, it represents the righteousness of Christ, the faith and life of those truly saved. The man without the garment had entered the banquet outwardly, but inwardly had not been transformed. He was cast out into darkness, symbolizing final judgment. 4. Now in the lesson. When God calls, we must respond, and we must be clothed with the righteousness of Christ to be chosen and enter eternal salvation. Amen.